animals, the poet tells that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. Human beings are complicated and human beings are false. Whereas animals, say, are not complicated, they are simple and they are true to themselves. So here the poet, he feels more at home and he feels more comfortable with animals rather than humans. He likes to be with animals rather than with humans. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. So, placid here means calm, and self contained means self satisfied or not dependent on others. So, I think I could turn and live with animals. It would have been better if I live with animals, because animals are calm. Now here when the poet says that the animals are calm, it is opposed to what? To humans. That humans are not calm. Then self-contained means self-satisfied. They are not dependent on others. Whereas humans are dependent. Contained means satisfied. Humans are not satisfied. I stand and look at them long and long. When I look at the animals, I stand and keep looking at them for a very long time. Now, what do the animals do? And what they don't do, that is discussed now on. They do not sweat and whine about their conditions. Now, sweat means to sweat after hard work. They do not work hard. And whine means complain irritatingly or cryingly. Okay? They do not cry about anything, they do not work hard for anything. Human beings are found working hard to achieve their goals. They are passionate about something, but animals are not passionate about anything. And as they are not passionate, if you are passionate about something and if you do not achieve that, then you will have complaints. You will be crying, you will be whining. They do not whine about anything because they have no goals to be achieved. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Whatever their condition is, they are not working hard to get out of that condition, nor are they, say, complaining about their condition. Okay? Have you ever seen a dog complaining about the winter? No, the condition is bad. It has to stay out. The animals have to stay out in cold. It may not be very comfortable to them, but you do not find them complaining. That's what the poet thinks. We may have a different idea. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins, because they don't commit any sins. There is nothing like sin for an animal. So, if we commit a sin, then we may reproach that. We may later on say, contemplate over that I committed a sin, and then we may feel sorry and we may cry. In the dark, means at night we may not be able to sleep. But for animals it is not so, because there is nothing like sins for them. So they do not lie awake in the dark, means at night, and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Now, when people are found discussing their duty to God, what is our duty to God? People discuss. Okay? And the poet says that, say, he feels sick listening to that. Feels sick means he feels bad about it. When he listens to people discussing their duty to God. Now, a Hindu may talk about his duty to God, a Muslim may talk about his duty to God, a Christian may argue about his duty to God, and all these will be having different opinions. So, there will be an argument. But here, the animals do not do that. So, they do not make me sick discussing the duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Human beings are demented, disappointed, sad. Why? Because they have the mania of owning things. They want more and more, the worldly pleasure. And as they do not get that, they are complaining, they are demanding, lamenting over it. But no animal is dissatisfied. So there is no dementation, there is no lamentation, there is no complaining, because they do not want to own anything. We want to own a lot of things, and that's why this demanding is there if we do not achieve what we want. Not one kneels to another nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Now, here in human beings, we can see that many people now say human worship is also there. Some great man who lived long back, we study about them in our books and we worship them, we kneel down to them, right? Say in animals that is not found. Now, two things are talked about over here. They do not kneel down to another, means one animal will not kneel down to one horse, will not kneel down to other horse. One dog will not kneel down to other dog. I'll give you an example. So the Chetak, of Maharana Pratap is a famous horse. But would a horse in Bhavnagar kneel down to him? No animal kneels down to other animal, because the other has more virtue or more talent or is more comparatively stronger. So that is not found in animals, but in humans. Suppose say Narendra Modi visits Bhavnagar, then there will be a lot of people who will kneel down to him. Maybe you may not, but there may be people who will kneel down to him because they think that, consider him to be a role model, or consider him to be someone who is really great, and to meet him is something. Or say if some celebrity comes to Bhavnagar, then there will be a lot of people kneeling down to that celebrity. Animals, it is not that. They are least concerned about others. Not one kneels to another nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. That Chetak lived thousands of years ago, but the horses of the present time will not kneel down to him. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Both the things are talked about. Say, if you are not respected, you will not be happy, right? If somebody insults you, humiliates you, then you will be upset about it, and there will be a lot of dissatisfaction and unrest. Whereas in animals, no animal is respectable. In other sense, all have equal respect, or no respect, you can say. And the other thing is that as they are not concerned about respect, none of the animal is unhappy also. Whereas people who get respect, they are happy. People who don't get respect, they are unhappy. But that rule does not apply to animals, because they are least concerned about respect. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They are not concerned about respect. So the way I treat them, the way in which I come across the animals and treat them, and they accept that as it is. If you treat an animal with love, then the animal will accept it. Now they bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. Now, the virtues that human beings should have had in the past, those virtues, say the poet says that now tokens are symbols. Tokens means symbols, and evince means to show. So what are here the poet says that they bring me symbols of myself, of myself means the human being should have had all those virtues and qualities. But I don't have them now, or human beings don't have them now, but the animals are bringing those symbols to me now. They evince means they show the symbols of the virtues that the human being should have had. Those virtues are now shown by the animals, because the human beings do not have those virtues anymore. The animals are still having them plainly in their possession. So those virtues, those good qualities now the animals have, and they are showing the symbols of those good qualities that they have. I wonder where they get those tokens. Where did the animals find these virtues from? How did they become so good? Did I pass that way huge time ago and negligently drop them? Did I possess those qualities? Means the human beings. I here symbolizes humans. That humans, while passing by the way, dropped all those qualities and the animals picked them up. Is it so? So here, say the poet in the last part of the poem, he expresses his, say, unrest or say dissatisfaction that the qualities that the humans had are now no more with the humans, but they are now only with the animals. A huge time ago, long time back, human beings were self-contained, they were calm, but now they are not, and those qualities are picked up by the animals. Okay, gonna go through the poem. This is written by Walt Whitman from Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. You can go through the poem. If you have any doubts, you can ask.